Alright, in this video I'm going to show you another advanced campaign setup method that I use quite a bit, and this is called Hefe, and it means the boss, because this is big time. This is going to spend a lot of money, and this is going to produce a lot of very good results for you. So here we go, Hefe. It's also called the bully method, but I've learned this on from another guy who does a ton of volume with Facebook. So anyway, here we go. Let's create a campaign. It's going to be number 3-3, and we'll do website conversion. And same idea here. This is going to be 5 ad sets to start, and then if an ad set doesn't produce, you basically kill it and do another. So let's do. Oh, I don't have the bid yet. It's going to be the purchase event again. Set it to start the next day. And this is going to be our, again, we're going to hit this audience. And your audience, your target doesn't matter all that much. I mean, it matters, but you should work through your purchase lookalikes, your add to cart lookalikes, and your retargeting lookalikes for this method. So I don't have the actual other ones created, so I'm just going to show the retargeting. And you can also do broad interest with this too. So let's put this 2-3. And now I'm going to create 5 ad sets. Or actually, I think maybe we should start with 3, because you'll see why in a second. It just spends like a lot of money. So let's go to the purchase event here. Gotta find it. There it is. Purchased. And we can't set our budget yet, but we can schedule this to start tomorrow and this is only after, like I would do the 10 pack method first, and then I would get into this after. So let's go retargeting, and we'll do the 1%. Then we're going to exclude the people who bought, which we want to exclude people who bought from everything we do going forward. Since we have that list built, might as well use it. United States. This is much the same. The big difference is coming up here. When it is a manual bid. Men 40 plus, and now we have to set our placements. Same thing. We don't change this. Just desktop and mobile, like so. And now here we go manual bid. We leave it on average. But typically, these numbers are wrong. I don't know why these are showing this. Typically, this will be above 40. So this is your suggested. This is the low end, and this is the high end. So you're going to do 3 times whatever this number is. This number is not showing correctly for me right now. So I'm going to take 3 times a typical number, which is about 44. So that's 132. Okay. So my bid is an average bid this time of 132. Okay, now my budget is going to be 5 times my bid. So I take my calculator and I go times 5, and it's going to be 660. Okay, and it'll say, yeah, it's a lot more than what you're doing. That's okay. We can just ignore that. And that's the bully method right there. El Hefe, that big one. And now I didn't invent this. A guy named Tim Bird did, and he's got a huge Facebook group that you should be a part of, that I do recommend you be a part of. I give him full credit for this. I just took it and ran with it because it works so well. So here, I'm going to put my bid in here. Let's do this. Edit. I'm going to put my bid 132. Just so I know where I started. Edit, paste. Okay, now I'm going to select my page, and then I'm going to select my ad. Notice the pattern here. We run everything we do to the same ad. But there's a difference with this one that you're going to see in a second. Instead of having just one ad, we're going to have duplicates of this ad. Okay, we haven't done this way before. But I'm in the ad part, and I'm going to do a duplicate of an ad in here. So this is going to be number 2. And I'm not going to change anything except for the ad name and then tracking ID. Then I'm going to do another duplicate. So I'm going to have 3 versions of the same ad running. And if you wanted to get fancy, you can do more than 3. You can also do another page post. You can do another ad, a completely unique ad, and then duplicate it 3 more times in here. Alright? But I'm going to start with 3 on this one, okay? So it is possible to do another unique version of an ad and then duplicate it 3 times. There's a lot of flexibility in this, but the key is you have to have more than one ad in here. So that's my first ad set. So I'm going to duplicate this one, and I'm going to do another one. This is going to be number 2, and this is going to be my 3%. And this is why I suggest like maybe 3 at a time, because it's a big daily budget, and you're going to spend the whole budget on this. There's no percentage of your budget that you're going to spend. It doesn't work like that. Now we can't even see our suggested bid in here, but let's say it's about 40, I don't know. Let's say this one's like 38. Okay? It's not showing for some reason, but usually it does. So times 3 is 1, no, it'd be more than 38. Well, no, we'll do that. 114. And then up here, we'll go times 5, it's 570. So this is going to be 114, and this is going to be 570. Now, when we have the real numbers showing, it's a little bit easier to do, and you'll see the real numbers when you're in your campaign. If you don't see them, just sometimes you can hit reload, and it'll actually show the suggested. Sometimes when you do a duplicate, though, it doesn't show it right away. I don't know why. Sometimes you have to upload individual ad sets like one at a time in order to get the right result, which we might have to do here. Let's go to ads. I think those are showing as the wrong numbers because the lookalikes aren't fully built out yet. So let's edit these. These are the 3 we want to edit. Oops. So let's edit. So this is number 1. So I put in the new name, -1. Then I just have to change the tracking ID from a 1 to a 2. And I'll go to the next one. I'll do the same thing. 2, oops, 2. This is -2. And then third one, -3. So it's 2-3. 2-3. Now I'm going to upload this just to see if I can get those suggested bids to show again. Sometimes we have to do this. So I'm going to upload, then I'm going to refresh my screen, and then I'm going to do a duplicate and see if that helps. So changes have been saved. So that one is actually going to go live tomorrow, unless I pause it. And now I go back to my ad sets. Now let's do a duplicate and see if the suggested shows on this. So we've got one more here. Yeah, there it is. These numbers are way too low. There's no way that's accurate. So I want to change this to a 3, and then I'll change this to the 10%. And then I'll scroll down here. I have to change my lookalike to the 10%, right there. And then keep scrolling down. And like, let's say this was, I don't know, say it's usually something like that, 41.39, or it's above 40 anyway. So times 3 would be like 124.17. And then I'll put that number up in the ad set name, just so I know it's bidding. And then here my budget is going to be 5 times that. So that's 620.85. Okay, so you can see we're getting into some serious budgets here. That's why if you do 5 of these, you're going to be at like $3,000. Even 3 of these are at like 1800 approximately, which is a lot of dough. So maybe 2 or 3 at a time is best when you're just starting out. But you do have to spend money to make money, and I'm showing you how to spend a lot with the goal to make a lot, not to just hand it over to Facebook. That's number 3, 3-2. Oops. This is -3. This is number 3. There we go. So I'm going to upload that, and now that, what we've got, you'll see in a second here, is 3 ad sets. The bully method, El Hefe, is what I like to call it. If you speak Spanish, it means the boss. My accent's horrible, but I apologize for that. So now, within here, what I would do is manage it a little bit different. So this one, all these other ones you're managing, like if it hits 27 break even, then you're going to pause it. This one though, you basically let the ad set run for 3 days without touching the bid, without touching the budget, without pausing it. So it's going to burn through some money initially in order to optimize itself, but by day 2, 2.5, day 3, it really starts picking up speed and kicking out profitable sales for you. Okay. Before that point, it's very difficult because sometimes, like day 1, you might lose a little or break even. Day 2, you'll typically break even or make a little bit, and then day 3 and on, it just really takes off. So this is managed a little bit differently. This is it's called the bully method because you're bidding so high that you're basically bullying out your competition who's not going to bid that high, and they're not going to run as high a budget. Okay, so this one is, I would call this almost super advanced. I don't recommend it unless you have a big daily budget and you have a lot of experience, you have a lot of confidence, you have a high risk tolerance, and most importantly, you have a product that's kicking butt. If you do, this is a way to take it to the next level. The thing is, of these 3, they're not all going to work either. So you're going to spend a lot of money in testing, and then maybe 1 or 2 of them are going to be keepers. But those keepers are just going to produce profits left, right, and center for you. So you can expand this by just creating more ad sets, going after more lookalikes, and setting it up 3 at a time the same way. Okay, if 3 at a time is too much, do 1 at a time. Or if it's not enough, do 5 at a time. Depends on how deep your pockets are and how big you want to go. But I am showing you some pretty advanced stuff so that you can get going and take advantage of it. And that's 2 methods right there that will keep you busy for a long time, on top of the intermediate stuff and the beginner stuff. So we can see too, in our beginner campaign, how slow it goes. Like it's hardly spent anything. $9. Spent like, these are like, I have trouble doing the beginner campaign because the budgets are so low, and I know I have to wait about 5 days before I can do anything. That just drives me nuts. So with the intermediate, it moves quicker because I'm spending more, and I'm also making more faster. But then once you get into the advanced, it's like, wow, these fly. Like the 10-pack method goes pretty quick, but the bully method, El Hefe, goes super, super fast. So you can see beginner, intermediate, advanced 1, advanced 2, or super advanced, I'd even call it. So go ahead. Now you know, knowing is half the battle, and now you have ways to scale and to really blow up your campaigns and do really, really, really big numbers. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoyed that.